Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my WBBL07 predictions. I'll give you a quick run through of what that is for non-Australian or New Zealanders and countries like that. Yes, so the WBBL is basically the women's equivalent of what the men's Big Bash is, which has been running since I think 2011. Yeah, so in about 2014, 2015, Cricket Australia thought, would be a good idea to reinvent the women's T20 game. So they did that. Yeah, so you've got the same franchises that are in the men's league, in the women's league. Yeah, so this video is going to be me doing my predictions about how it will go, or who will be top run scorer, top wicket taker, who's going to be the team of the tournament, and who's going to win overall. Yeah. I don't mean any kind of like disrespect towards anyone who doesn't end up in this list. Like they're all good cricketers. I just think these are going to have exceptional seasons. Yeah, so see you in a minute. Also, let me just say that I'm not an expert at women's cricket, but I thought I would give my predictions on this and see how close I'll get. Yes, so for example, I'm going to try and get through this as quick as possible. So the topics that I'm going to be predicting are the most run scorers, the most wickets, the player of the tournament, the team of the tournament, the Young Gun Award, which is an award for under 21 players, which I don't know if they'll award that this year, but I'll do it. Yeah, so, and the ladder, and how the finals system is going to go, because they changed the final system this year. Yes, so let's go. Most runs, I'm going to start from 5. In fifth is going to be Evelyn Jones, who I believe has signed for the Melbourne Renegades this year, coming into the WBBL. She's had like outstanding form in the British T20 comp and like a couple 50 over comps. Yeah, so I think she's going to come in 5th with 400 runs. 4th is going to be one of my hometown Scorchers players, who is Sophie Devine, who she can hit the ball well. If any bowler doesn't bowl to her well, she'll smack the ball as hard as possible. Yeah, so she will be 4th with 436 runs, about 30-ish runs ahead of Evelyn Jones. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong or called her wrong. Yeah, so 3 is the Aussie captain, who is Meg Lanning. She'll be maybe another 40 runs ahead of Sophie Devine at 478. But she'll definitely be in the top 5 no matter what, I would think. 2 is Alyssa Healy, who playing for the Sydney Sixers again. And she'll get 510 runs. Beth Mooney will be number 1, Scorchers player again, with 530. Yeah, which, if you've seen her over the past couple of years, when she was at the Heat, when she was at the Scorchers, she is a consistent run scorer. I think I read somewhere that she averaged like 55 runs every game last year. Yeah. So the most wickets is going to be Lindsay Smith, who is, I think, is a Irish spinner whose introduction to this league is this year. She's going to take 14. You've got Sarah Coit at 15. Sorry again. She's going to get 15. Like, for the past, basically every Big Bash, she's always got over 10 wickets, I believe. So she's going to get 15. Number 3 is Sophie Molyneux with 17. Hannah Darlington with 18 wickets. And possibly a surprise, Dipti Sharma from India with 20. Because this was a difficult one, because I don't know if Indians will be playing the whole tournament or not. So I thought she might. Yeah. So for the player of the tournament, I've got 5, even though they usually only pick 1. But I have who I think will be closest. But yeah. So 5 is Sophie Molyneux, who I'm hoping will have a good batting and bowling season, as I explained before. 4 will be Alyssa Healy, who her form hasn't been the best in all forms of cricket, but I know she's always a consistent T20 player. She will get it done. 3 is Sophie Devine. 2 is, once again, the Australian captain, Meg Lanning. And number 1 is, it's probably not unpredictable, it is Beth Mooney, because if she is the top run scorer at 530 runs and also just keeping it to a normal pace she does, she will be the player of the tournament, but it will be a close one. So the next topic is the team of the tournament, which I'll just go straight through the teams, won't name any one specifics, I'll just tell you who's in the team, who they play for, and then that's it. So I've also included a 12-man in here, which the 12-man will be the Sydney Thunder all-rounder / bowling all-rounder, Sammy Jo Johnson, because she was the leading wicket taker for BBL06. Yeah. So I'm just going to go through it. 11th is Lindsay Smith for the Stars. I mentioned her before. 10 is Dipti Sharma for the Thunder. 9 is going to be a surprise, Taylor Vilemic from the Hurricanes. Sorry, I butchered that again. 8 will be Hannah Darlington from the Thunder. 7 will be Sophie Molyneux from the Melbourne Renegades. She's been there since the start, I believe. 6 will probably be a surprising one to everyone. It is Dane van Niekerk, who moved from the Sixers to the Strikers. I have her in 6, but rumoured to be everything. All the posts and websites and stuff, they've all said she's going to open the batting. So I couldn't fit her up at the top, so I just put it in down below. 5 will be Elise Perry from the Sydney Sixers. She is nice and hot, but should not say anything more. Yeah, she has had average form over the past 12 months, but she has had an injury. But she's going to play again. She's going to play well this summer. Number 4 is Meg Lanning from the Melbourne Stars. You know who she is. I've mentioned her in like 4 different topics already. She's a good player. 3 is Sophie Devine from the Perth Scorchers. Number 2 is Beth Mooney from the Sydney Sixers. Just kidding. From the Perth Scorchers. That's what it says on my piece of paper. And number 1 is Alyssa Healy from the Perth Scorchers, but that's what my paper says again. She's from the Sydney Sixers. Yeah. So that team of the tournament would be a disaster to play against, because you would have to bat well, bowl well, or you could be demolished. Yeah. So the Young Gun Award, I didn't know how I was going to award this, but I gave it to Stella Campbell from the Sydney Sixers, because she's recently had her Australian debut. She's a young, fast or medium bowler, I believe. Yeah. So I could probably be completely wrong on that one, but yeah. That's what predictions are for, am I right? So the ladder is going to be Brisbane Heat coming in 8th. I just don't see their team being strong enough. They can definitely win games. I just don't see it. 7th is the Adelaide Strikers, which, with the addition of Van Niekerk, they could do well. I just don't see them getting high enough. It'll be a tight table. 6 will be the Melbourne Renegades. 5 will be the Hobart Hurricanes. 4 will be the Sydney Thunder. 3 will be the Melbourne Stars. I just think their team is probably the next most Australian-filled lineup, because you had former Australian player Elise Villani, Meg Lanning, and then you've got like the rest of the team. And then you've got the Perth Scorchers, who I think it was hard to put them first or second, but I think they would be up there for sure. And I didn't think the Sixers would beat them, who, there you go. The Sixers are my number 1 team in the ladder. Yeah. So I'm going to try and get through the Eliminator and the Challenger and the Final real quickly, because I'm already at like 10 minutes. Yeah. So they've added a new playoff schedule fixture thing this year, which has the number 1 team goes straight to the final, which I think is a bit kind of iffy, but it's their rules, yeah. So in the Eliminator, it's going to be 3rd versus 4th, which is Melbourne Renegades versus the Sydney Thunder. With that, I have the Melbourne Stars beating the Sydney Thunder. It'll be a close game. They just have more power, in my mind. The Challenger will be 2nd, which is the Perth Scorchers, versus the Melbourne Renegades. Nope, the Melbourne Stars. And with that, I've got the Perth Scorchers winning, but that will truly be a tight one, because I think it was always between them and the Scorchers, between who I was going to put second. Yeah, it will be interesting to see them play against each other during the season. Yeah, the final is going to be the Sydney Sixers versus the Perth Scorchers, which I think the kind of week's break won't help the first team. Yeah, but I have the Perth Scorchers being the WBBL07 champions, which I think that's possibly a controversial one, but I think they've also made their squad better by including a Sri Lankan star. Yeah, but who knows? I'll be right back. Yes, so thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of prediction or just any content from me, you can click the little red subscribe button down below. But if you're a past viewer, you will know I'm not forcing you to do that. Yeah. So hopefully I will be able to post this tomorrow, which is today's Saturday the 9th of October. Tomorrow will be the 10th of October. And the season starts on the 14th of October. So yeah. And then I will have some NBA predictions coming to you, hopefully sporadically this week, before that starts on the 17th. Yeah, so see ya.